What's up, Akima? How you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Trying to remember my controls. I'm good. Akima, I got the Sword and Shield video done, so... There's that. It won't come out till Friday, though. So... What's up, MT Billy? I wish I could change the chat box, another box size, but the font size. Very tiny. Give me a second. Swineup actually isn't one of the starters. Or are you just commenting it's on the box art and stuff? What's up, Chad? How you doing? I'm gonna make the chat bigger. I don't know if this is gonna work. Guys, say a bunch of stuff. Can't wait. I started playing Shield because of your stream. I'm enjoying it. I finally redeemed my Mew for my Pokeball Plus controller, so it's been sweet. That is not helping the text size at all. Why is that not working? Well, that's just peachy. You know, it's funny. I would love to fix this stuff. Oh, I'm under Twitch. See, I'm the silly goose. I'm the silly goose. No, I'm not. No, this is correct. What's up, Silver Penguin? Curious to see what you decide to start with and what you started to pick. Well, I have two in mind, okay? I don't want to tell you what they are, but I do have two in mind. But I'm gonna need your help. I'm gonna need some help for one of them especially. I'll just say it. Well, I have three in mind. The first two are either Smeargle or Shuckle. The third is Houndour, because I never get to play Houndour in, like, Gen 2 till late game, you know what I mean? So I guess we just have small chat. I don't know how to fix it. I don't want to waste your guys' time. I need to entertain here! I'm lying. I'm gonna try one more time. Yeah, the intro song rules. This makes you think of Crystal Pepsi. Yeah, Mega Manny, I hear it too. Okay. Game modes. Normal? Nuzzle. No, we're not doing Nuzzle. New Game Plus. What is New Game Plus? I just want to quickly see what New Game Plus has to offer. Oh, started over. Okay, so we'll just do normal then. Oh, TC. Oh, that's awesome. It's using TCG music. Oh, I already like it. Okay, select your starting region. So we've got Kanto and Johto. Thank you, Wes. I appreciate the info. I didn't know if it was like you can do New Game Plus from the beginning, but it has extra stuff or makes it harder. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I should do Shuckle or Smeargle? Smeargle's gonna be tough. It's not any. I've never played with anything like a Smeargle before. And the thing is, even once you teach Smeargle some good moves, it's still a Smeargle. Love it as fangirls. Yeah. My wife is gonna love that. Most of you, the funny thing is, I joked about that with my wife the other day. Most of you, you guys said this yourself. Most of you are lesbians, though, so it's all good. Shuckle because you're a notorious Shuckle thief. Okay. Let's do Shuckle. That sounds funny. Where are we gonna start? Does anybody have any opinions? If you have an opinion, tell me why. Like, you want to start somewhere and why. Oh, it has difficulty rating. Johto because Gen 2. What's up, Jeremiah? Chad, that is new. Yes, I'm married. I got married on the 5th of July. Thank you for taking notice. Yeah, my AI girlfriend is now an AI wife. Guys, what if we did Shuckle Kanto? Shuckle Kanto? Thank you, Reaper. Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Samantha. You start on the far left, work your way right. Okay. Do it. Alright, let's do... Cinnabar Island start. Oh, close my eyes, random pick. That's fun. That's fun. Kanto would be fun because you never get a Gen 2. Okay, okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to look away. We're gonna randomize for like 10 seconds. And where it lands, okay? Alright. 1, 2, 3. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey! Of course we'd start there. Do it again. You can't start in Pallet Town. What do you mean? Start here, yes. No, okay. Welcome to the character customization screen. The top of the screen displays current colors and sprites. Press left and right to scroll through the tabs. Press A to enter a tab and B to exit a tab. Be sure to look out for the controls displayed at the bottom. Have fun. What? Okay. Oh, is that green? I'm already losing my mind, dude. That's yellow! I don't know who this is. Oh, it says Lena. I don't know who that is. I did that off memory. I didn't know it said the names at the bottom. I might do yellows. He has a fishing pole, right? That's kind of cool. Wait. I got confused. I'm confused. No. How do I go back to mail? Oh. Okay. Gender can be confusing. Yellow's a solid spread. I'm gonna go with yellow. Where is he? There he is. Reset. I didn't manage to watch the game, no, because it was... Is Yellow a girl? No, the World Cup, though, it was still way too expensive. They almost, like, didn't sell out tickets in Seattle. Sorry I'm taking so long. There we go. The dynamic pricing was tricky, yeah. The game just... now I need to proceed. Skin, it's fine. Color. There we go. I kind of like the green. Oh, custom bag. Oh, that one looks cool. Oh, that. I like this one. Glad you're venturing into Romhacks. I'd recommend trying out Pokemon Unbound and Pokemon Odyssey after Crystal. Sounds good. Yeah, we're getting kind of close to me catching up to the contemporary main series games. Like, I've still got to do, like, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and I've got to do, like, Scarlet and Violet, but then I'm, like, caught up on the main series games, right? So I can still do spin-off games, which I plan on doing, but, you know, Romhacks, I think, if you guys remember, anybody who's following my channel at the time, when I did Pokemon Yume, I honestly I loved it, and I liked working with the guy who made it. I really didn't expect that video to do anything. It was like, I went camping that weekend, and I remember my girlfriend at the time, now wife. I only say that in case she's watching, and she's like, what do you mean girlfriend at the time? So, as I was leaving, I looked at YouTube right before I left, and I was like, oh my god, like, it was getting so many views, which was, like, not normal for my channel. I mean, really in general, like, my videos are, like, slow burns. I just got another comment today that was like, hey, I really love your content, but I never get your notifications. And they're like, I have it on and everything, I never see it. And I'm like, great. Small YouTuber, still can't get help out from the algorithm. There we go. Bug and rock. Thank you for saying that, Andrew. I wouldn't have known that. I'll just say crystal clear. I was gonna give Shock Slayer credit in the opening. Well, thank you. I definitely need to write that. This is why I like to stream this stuff. You know, sometimes I'm like, should I stream? Should I not? Whatever. But with Pokemon, you guys are so helpful and have so much information. I'm sure there's some licensing fear there or something. Copyright fear. Been missing the lives, but I've stayed with your drops and didn't know you had a Yume video. Yeah. Well, it's not that Andrew is particular. Oh, why are they so particular about it? Avoiding, yeah, Nintendo. That would be my guess. Hey there, guys. It's your old pal, Shock Slayer, and today I'm going to tell you about Crystal Clear. There are less restrictions traveling and navigating areas within the game. New services and pathways have been added as well. The game badges are scaled. This means that as you progress, trainers will be stronger and more things will be available. Gyms can also be re-challenged at any time and any unlocked level by talking to the Pokeball statue. Please note that certain trainers related to story events will not scale, such as sages and Muskrat Tower or Kimono Girls. That's fine. New features. A good start is checking out the options in music. I'll be given a dex tracker. Can be enabled to allow chaining, a method for hunting competitive or shiny Pokemon. You'll notice that after you get your starter, you'll be asked to save. Combined with the new Quick Continue feature, this will allow you to start reset for a shiny much faster. Gift Pokemon like the starter have increased odds. Okay. However, all other encounters are still 1 in 8,192. Thank you, Akuma. Certain events like releasing a roaming Pokemon will now show the overworld sprite as shiny. A handful of new or areas have been added. None are required to finish the game. Okay. No canon stuff is tucked away. Oh, non-canon stuff is tucked away. This means that with the exception of the Elite Four, all of our new stuff will be optional. That's cool. All 251 Pokemon are available to catch or obtain in some way. The Pokedex has completely reworked and now contains more information than ever. Detailed encounter data and info on legendary side quests can be found here. This Romhack is still compatible with the original games. Whoa! Whoa! This includes Pokemon Stadium 2, which has been tricked to believe you've already caught 150 Pokemon, so you can easily transfer without limitations. A lot of things are renewable. This includes roaming Pokemon, many stationary encounters, and gift Pokemon. Most of these are reset by beating the Elite Four. Be sure to check out the help section. Okay. You can have a Pokemon follow you around in the overworld. Just press select on the Pokemon party screen to choose a partner. As you walk with them, they'll grow to like you more. It's kind of cool taking like a remake feature and putting it in the older version of a game. You can skip this text next time by pressing select after setting the time. Control the game. Okay. Give a nickname to the Shuckle. Also getting Palatine on a random selection. His name is Stolen. I like Shucks. I like... Is it gonna fit? Oh, well, that can get clipped. Anyway. Alright, so let's look at Shuckle. So Bug and Rock starts with the Hardstone. What does that do again, chat? It boosts rock type attack? Okay. So I guess the basic idea is we're like a defensive wall, right? We gotta find things like toxic. Something to heal ourselves, like leftovers. No potion? What kind of Romhack is this? I have my speed boost. I'm not gonna use the boost the whole time like that, but I do want to get text going pretty good. There we go. Fast on. I didn't like the Pokedex color, or the Pokegear color being green, by the way, so I'll change it to, like, gray. Is this a Nuzlocke or a regular playthrough? Regular playthrough. I'm not good enough to do Nuzlocks. I think having Shucky alone will be fun enough for me. I called it Shucky. Is this a Patreon and YouTube member squad on this stream? No, this isn't everybody. Hey, well, everybody's allowed. If you're using BGB emulator, you can turn on Super Game Boy borders and get a cool dynamic border that shows your party in progress. I don't know what that emulator is. I'm using Virtual Boy. Oh. Guess we're fighting! Very first one, great. Sorry. Don't you guys love the music? By the way, did it say he had 3 Pokemon? No, this is not a Nuzlocke. See you, Andrew. Do I have any Pokeballs? I have 5 Pokeballs. Okay. What am I gonna catch first? Well, I'm looking at this Spearow. Not that I never have used one, but it's been a long time since I used a Spearow. That was a critical? Oh my god! I need Toxic. Where do I get Toxic? Okay, I just wanted to get it mid-health. Beat Janine for Toxic? Okay. 2 times speed is it? Is it in the game, or are you talking about when I do it? When I do it, I'm using the emulator's version of it. But if the Romhack itself has that feature, ooh. Oh, that was cool. To protect its territory, it flies around. ceaselessly making high-pitched cries. This is so cool. Oh, whoa, this is so cool. Oh my god. Look, I'm always going to defend that, like, back in the day as kids, the Pokedex not having, like, all this detail was fine because we were supposed to, like, figure it out and, like, help each other and share information, and it was fine, and it gave you kind of enough information. It still told you, like, you know, it showed that little, like, animation to where you could catch it on the map, so it's like, I was fine with that then, but this is still so cool. What's up, Lilith? How you doing? There is no story, I'm fine with that. Let me escape. Oh, does she not heal me? Wait. I don't know what I clicked on. I thought... I just wanted her to heal me. So I guess in a way she did. Oh, she's not my mom, she's Red Mom. That's yeah, I'm getting confused. I'm a confused little boy. So, what's a quick way that we can get to Fuchsia to fight Janine? We need toxic. That's why I'm like, let's go get it. Right now, let's go get it. Yeah, he has 3 Pokemon. That is absurd. Cerulean, head to Bill's house. There's a fairy, can dock at Fuchsia, okay. Okay. Look at Spearow. Lilith, I randomized Pallet Town. Swear to God, did it on stream. Oh, Elekid. I wonder if it knows an electric move this early. I can't get past this guy. I wasn't full health though, so... I'm trying to literally get past him, so maybe we can avoid him, you know? He's a wall. I know. Well, that's why I'm trying to get toxic. Okay, we got past the torturous. Can I get the faces Magby? I'm not tough enough, dude. Ooh, new Cinnabar Island, okay. One Pokemon, okay. That I can handle. That I can handle. Things will get a lot better when we get toxic or something. And then getting leftovers would be nice. Something to regain health. Because the thing is with Shucky, or I keep going Shucky. The thing with Shuckle is it has a lot of defensive HP or stats, but it has barely anything for HP. So it actually doesn't have a lot of health. Ooh, it's dark. We got the forest back, yeah. He doesn't hit like one around. My character sprite demands Pikachu. Well, that's the thing. Viridian Forest wasn't there in Crystal, so I don't know what the encounter rate for Pikachu would be. Gosh, it already knows Thundershock. I was gonna kill Spearow. Unless it can survive like 2 hits. Nope. Oh. I'm thinking about just trying to skip. Like I'll try to get all the way to Fuchsia. See if we can get Toxic. And my guess is Leftovers would be... Was Leftovers in Crystal... I can't remember if it was in... What's that port city in Johto? Is it on Snorlax? Every time it's gonna be on Snorlax? Level 7, jeez. There's no way, right? Okay, do I... I guess I need a water bottle. The old switcheroo to get some experience to Shucky. I can't stop calling him Shucky. Is that a Kangaskhan? What the hell? It's a manga reference. It's pretty cool. Oh! I need to get this thing as low as possible because I only have 3 Pokeballs, I think. So I really don't want to... I don't want to risk... I don't want to take any risks. If I can help it. Okay. Got it. When it is angered, it immediately discharges the energy stored in the pouches in its cheeks. Shucky Game and Puffs, yeah. Oh no. Hopefully Spiro can do what needs to be done. Nice. What a champ, Spiro. Good job. Why can't I move? Oh. I was trying to use my analog. I apologize, someone has said this already, it's been covered, but what are you playing this on, Liv? I'm playing on Virtual Boy emulator. Oh, there wasn't a door? That's interesting. Hold on. Darn it. I want like a normal berry. Just a berry. I can't afford that. I want to try and Pikachu for a bit. What's up, Belligerent? It's pretty cool so far. I started off with the Shuckle. Oh, a Sunkern, whoa. Jeez, it's pretty tough. You know, I've never used a Sunflora. Jeez, Pidgeotto. Oh god, it's so powerful. Oh, is flying special in Gen 2? I know that might sound stupid, but there's some kind of typing that I was like blown away by. It might be something like that. Hell yeah, everybody feasted on the corpse of that Pidgeotto. Okay, Pikachu's not that rare, I guess. A blue Pikachu? There's Butterfree. It's kicking my ass. This thing's gonna kick my ass. Yeah, white, dude. Another one? No, now I'm scared. Oh my god. You're gonna let me escape? Oh, come on. It returned, yeah. Oh, okay. So I was thinking about how they give you the items. I guess that's why, or that's how. I guess we'll leave Pikachu still. Not sure what these trainer levels will be. Okay. Oh, by the way, are you guys like Marvel fans? Are you guys excited about this Doomsday uh movie? I saw in 7 hours it had 30 million views, and I'm sorry, but that seems like complete fucking bullshit. Like that. I mean, I might have egg on my face, like, no, dude, Marvel's just that popular. I'm like, the most hype things I've ever seen in my life have never gotten 30 million views in 6 hours. So what I'm trying to say is I feel like, and I think Disney's been caught before view botting. Seems fake. Yeah, it totally, that's like, and by the way, usually what you see as a viewer, where, you know, so for example, if it says 30,000 or 30 million, um, if it says 30 million, it's probably like, because you're not seeing the most up-to-date number. Like when we post a video, I see a little bit higher number than you. Um, so like I'm just guessing that was probably like 50 million. And it's just like, I'm sorry, I just don't believe it. Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, and Chris Hemsworth plus Loki, Spider-Man are coming back. Yeah, but I don't know. It doesn't even like. Look. I don't have great evidence. Okay, I don't have great evidence. It just seems a little silly. Like it's too much. And I know you know if you're like, no man, like Marvel's just really popular. Like I'm like, no, like I've never. I genuinely wonder if the GTA 6 one of the trailers got 30 million views in 6 hours. And let's just call it 50 because like I said, usually the uploader sees a higher number that hasn't been updated yet before like you see it on the view count. You can move attacks mid battle, yeah. What? Oh, is this fine? A lemon. It doesn't seem to be lost. Barely below. I'm Tico. Nice to meet you. Take a look at the spot on the ground. Oh. As an ace trainer, part of my job is to keep an eye on the local wildlife as I patrol the region. Did you know that your Pokedex can actually scan imprints like these? I'm gonna try it. Okay. Greater Toronto area. Vice City is the closest thing GTA is getting to Georgia. Yeah, I wanted to play both Vice City and Vice City Stories here in the next few weeks. Make a little video on that. You're playing Vice City right now. What are your thoughts? Doesn't Red Dead Redemption 2 hit a bit of Georgia? I don't think it does. Red Dead Redemption 2 is like the furthest it goes east in the US is like New Orleans, which is Saint Denis or whatever. But the furthest east I think it goes is Louisiana. Oh, Kicking Pikachu's ass. Mission structure is kind of melatonin inducing so far. The driving is so responsive. The mission structure is melatonin inducing, so it's like boring. I haven't played in a really long time, and I've never played Liberty City, or sorry, Vice City Stories. Free and Vice City missions are so basic, yeah. I think that was like an early game design thing. Remember, those are like some of the earlier 3D games. Yes, like the N64 and the PlayStation 1 were out before those came out, but remember, it's still not that long. Like, within a decade of development of 3D Realm being even possible, you know what I mean? 3D as we knew it on home consoles. But by the way, me saying that doesn't mean that you guys are wrong though. It's like the I really, you know what I want to play again, or the mission I remember from Vice City that I want to see if it's just as annoying is do you guys remember the helicopter mission where you play like an as an RC helicopter and you have to like sabotage the construction site? I lost my mind as a kid. Drop this dude off here, mission complete. That sucks so much. Yeah, that oh my god, I hated that mission. I remember spending like maybe, I don't know if it was like more than one day, but I remember spending probably like an entire day just trying to get by that. I think yeah, I think I did too. No shame in it. That mission was so bullshit. It's because the controls are just ridiculous. It is not as on the remastered trilogy. What? It's not as bad on the remaster. Okay, I planned on playing the originals because I know that the remasters are controversial. And honestly, I have my PS2 emulator like settings so insanely good that like both I was testing out Vice City and um, GTA 3 or Liberty City Stories, and it looks amazing. Because you know I put it at like 60 FPS and like the shaders are like great. 2 nuggets, jeez, generous. 3 revives. Ignore GTA, play Ratchet and Clank. No, I want to personally play GTA, and yes, I know that the sequel is, or the GTA 6 is coming out and it's based in Vice City. So I'm like, you know, usually when I think lucratively like that, it doesn't work out for me. Like it never works out you expect on YouTube. But I do genuinely want to play Vice City and Vice City Stories. I've never played Vice City Stories. Shuckle's had enough. He's just kicking ass now. Spoke too soon. Oh, I can't. Oh my god, that's right. That's how that works. Okay, now we can switch. I don't understand the hate on the remastered trilogy. They legit play very well, and they hit the nostalgia button for me. I wasn't a diehard GTA kid anyway, so little changes they did, I never knew. Well, that probably might be it. I think the issue was that initially upon its release, I don't know if you played the remaster as soon as it came out, but apparently it had a lot of glitches and stuff because they basically wrapped AI. Apparently they ran it through an AI generator that like just went through the game and just like threw new shaders and models on everything, and there was very little human touch. So there was a lot of stuff that didn't work properly or didn't look proper because there wasn't a human there making sure it actually looked right. And in addition, little stuff like I remember they took away like fog in the game, but the fog and the kind of like the overcast was kind of there to protect certain things, because if you removed it made the game, it made like when you're a kid, when you played those games as a kid, I know you said you didn't really play a lot as a kid, but like when you're a kid, I guess it doesn't matter if you're a kid or not, but like the world seemed bigger because there would be things that would obscure your view if it was too far away, which at the time was likely due to performance related things, that so they could just not show you that part of the map. It didn't have to render. In the remasters, everything is like rendered, and by the way, I haven't played them. I've only seen comparison videos back when this first happened. But you could see like all the towns from a mountain peak, and it looked really bad. It looks kind of like Fortnite, because everything was just like on the map right there. When in the old game, even though it was a technical difficulty, why it was even like that to begin with, it actually made the map feel a little bit more real because it wasn't like all three cities were like right in your view. You can stand on Mount Chile to see the whole. Yeah. I'm mad at GTA for having no disc release. I won't be getting it. Akima, I understand, but you and I are dinosaurs. Like, it's over. We're in the dark times. I went to my buddy's game store yesterday and I picked up Halo 3. He didn't have an ODST, unfortunately. But anyway, he's very successful. He's getting a new storefront that is 5 times bigger than his current one, and I'm very excited for him because his business has just been going bonkers. But I was asking him, I was like, hey, with the whole, physical media dying, is this good for you? And what I meant was, because it's almost like physical games are now like artifacts, right? And people, I feel like they're going to be more sought after because they're finite. I mean, they were always finite once a generation kind of passes, but just the idea that you could have games physically is going to be a novelty in itself now, right? And then he said, very thoughtfully, he goes, it's going to be good in the short term, and in the long term, it's going to suck. And I go, before he even answered, I was like, yeah, I guess you're right, because, 20 years from now, because he's only in his 30s, he might be doing this in 20 years still. He might have 2 businesses or 3 stores. There's not going to be nostalgic kids that are like 5 years old right now that are like, hey, I'm looking for GTA 6 or 7 on the PS7 physical copy. That's not going to be a thing. So it's just going to be like, yeah, it's a finite resource, but it's going to be a very, 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 very niche group of younger generation who would even care about physical media in the future. It's going to be like collecting buttons. Like, that's an old people thing, right? Buttons and coins. Like, my great-grandfather and his generation, that was their Pokemon cards, was like stamps, buttons, and coins. And my grandma, I feel like it was Elvis stuff. And then that died. I want to learn more about like the memorabilia of the Elvis era dying, because it was like in one generation it was just like over. It was like a market crash. Fibef. I don't want to help you train because I don't know how good you are. And I'm fearful. TM28. Isn't that Dig? I don't want to teach a dig because I don't want to waste good moves on it. I just need to turn it into a wall. Baseball cards have been around forever, though. Yeah, not all hobbies are the same. So I agree with you there. Like, the thing is, they still print baseball cards. But even, like, look, I'm no baseball expert, but I like baseball. I like football, American football. But there's, like, Johnny Unitas. I don't... That's like... I have no idea who that... I really have no idea who that is. Like, I know he played for the Baltimore Colts, but, like, I don't know how good he was. He was a player in, like, the 50s and 60s or something. Prior to 1996 as an Antica. Maybe I should have taught a Shuckle Dig. I saw a breakdown of the number of physical versus digital. The data tells a different story. Explain. You'll give it a shot? Okay. Well, if you're gonna say the video said that there's more physical sales than digital sales, I'm sorry, but I just don't believe that. Like, I don't know where they got their information from. I just don't believe that. Because I remember, like, 10 years ago, it was a big news story that, like, digital sales of games had already surpassed physical. I forget which game they were talking about. Or maybe it didn't surpass it, but it was like getting close. And then every year the trend has been going up and up and up, where people are buying physical less and less. And God, I there's people my age who will be like, dude, I don't want to like carry around a bunch of discs. I'd rather buy it online. And it's like you don't know that you're accelerating the demise of our hobby. They're gonna control everything. It's over. I don't mind saying it. For the first time in maybe 16 years, I allegedly downloaded torrenting software because I wanted to watch a movie and I didn't want to have to buy, like, what was it, like Peacock or something, because it's like you have to have like 30 different subscriptions now, where it's like there's a time where I loved Monopoly. As far as business practice, I loved when Netflix had a monopoly. I did. I wish they had a monopoly still. No, that's not the claim at all, but what it did show is the gap isn't as drastic as Sony, Nintendo, Xbox would have you believe. It's actually the base of a Netherlands lawsuit against Sony. Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt that people... I think the older someone is, they're going to understand what the value of having a physical game is. But I think as you get younger, as the generations get younger, it's like, they're like, meh. So what's the whole story with GTA 6? It's like, it's going to be digital only, and... Wait, no, I thought they were going to do like a little bit of a physical run. Or maybe I'm thinking about something else. I might be thinking about, like, I saw somebody buy digital codes or something for GTA 6 as like an investment. I gotta be careful for trainers. Oh, the bike. Thank you. With me using the speed boost, I don't even know that I need the bike. According to Rockstar's digital assistant, their website, there's a plan to launch GTA 6 digitally, then print physical copies around Christmas time. Leading idea right now is to prevent early leaks. Interesting. You know what? Hold on. I think it's more sinister than that. I don't think it's protect leaks. I think you're gonna get the initial people who want to play it no matter what, even people who want to buy physically. And then you release it physically, and then people who already bought it digitally don't care. They want the physical version as well. Yeah, yeah. Whoa. Dude, what am I, Master Chief? Oh. That's the second most popular opinion. That's what I... Funny how I just came up with that, huh? Because I didn't even know the discourse. And that's immediately I was like, or... or... That's brilliant evil. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Need bike to hit cycling road to Fuchsia City unless you want to do the Nugget trainers by Bill's house. No. I thought you said we could, like, take a boat to Fuchsia. I just want to check to see if that's even a thing. To awaken Snorlax, to awaken Snorlax, what do we have to do in this game? Is it getting the radio card or whatever? Just like in Crystal? I'm with you on the idea, though. I think they're trying to double dip. I also think GTA 6 is going to suck. I think about large... I think by and large some systems and things will be interesting, but overall, I won't. I also think... I happen to agree with you on everything. I think it's probably going to suck, honestly, because I think design-wise and staff-wise, they've changed so much. All the people we loved... All the people from the era of games we loved are gone. Long gone. Um, I think the over anticipation. People are going to be expecting a lot, and I think people are going to be disappointed. Speaking of double dipping, they've already done this before, and I think they do this strategically. Remember, they released GTA 5 on 360 and PS3 like right before the console generation switched. So then people are buying it on the and then of course the selling point was, oh look, the graphics are better. And then I think that version also had the first person view, which the original didn't. GTA 5 was a PS3 game, correct? Check the Poke here. You have the radio. But do I have the... You have the Poke Flute. I do! Oh my god. I wonder what level Snorlax will be. Wednesdays and Sundays every week. Okay. I mean, are there two different kinds of ships? I like these sprites. Nice in-game trade. Very cool. $10,000. After playing GTA 5, you shouldn't want to play GTA 6. What does that mean? As much shit as I've given Nintendo in the past months, live they are the most well positioned in the last 30 days for my business, at least. Explain. Chicklets Kate. Okay, there's Snorlax. Your kid, take this, leave me alone. Okay, fine. You can buy a player home. Need a home, call Randy. Wow, that's so cool. That's so cool. For science, I want to see what level Snorlax is. Oh, it lets me save right at it. That's funny. Level 5? Wait, it doesn't have leftovers though, right? Oh, it does. I see it healing. Okay. Dude. Snorlax, please. Okay. The gameplay in addition to the story does not leave anything to be desired compared to the previous games. GTA 6 is probably not going to be good though, especially because when the like build came out, it was hard garbo. Yeah. Make sure the hectic is good, but that's the best thing you can have in your video game. Not really interested. Oh, let me know if I'm kind of understanding what you're saying, because like I remember playing GTA 5 and I was like, I had a lot of fun in the campaign, but this world, there's not a lot to do. Like you can buy the properties, but like they should have done a lot of more stuff in the single player. I remember just you beat GTA 5 and then all the cool features that are added are always online, and you're like, if you just want to play by yourself, all that empire building and stuff, I kind of want to do that alone. I'm a weird gamer. I don't really love a lot of multiplayer features. So as like a single player experience, I don't really think it's the game for me anymore, right? Like I'm not the focus at all. So other than playing like the story of GTA 6, I probably won't have much enthusiasm to play, because I'm pretty sure they're going to make all the fun, non-story related things only available online. I used to remember when GTA 5 would get updates, I would be like, man, I hope they would be like, hey, we're adding this to GTA Online. I'm like, oh, that'd be great if you add that to single player. And they're like, nah. Oh, because I have 0 badges. Hell yeah. My kids took over my Xbox as I stopped using it ages ago. You have kids? I use the PS5 a bit, but mostly switched to PC. You sound like me. I would say, like, when I describe myself, would you guys count, like, Steam Deck as PC? Because I'm a PC gamer first. I always describe myself as a PC gamer who sometimes buys Nintendo things. And the only reason why is because Nintendo has protected their IPs and never let them be on anything else. Because, I feel like the past 2 generations of both Sony and Microsoft, it's like, well, I mean, you sell all of your stuff on on PC anyway, so you have a 6-year-old and 8-year-old. Okay, now, respectfully, how does that happen? Given what you've told me about yourself. Like, did you adopt? What if they push keycard shit again? Then I'll just use the PC and sail a high seas and accumulate an impressive hoard of goodies. Have you probably said it earlier? If buying isn't owning, piracy isn't, I agree. Look, I guys, your wife had them. Okay, fair enough. I'm just gonna be real. If this offends you, okay, but I'm a capitalist. It's not perfect. There needs to be changes. Crony capitalism is shitty. But I am totally of the belief that if buying isn't owning, then yeah, then pirating isn't stealing. I totally believe that. I think there needs to be protections in place for digital purchases, and that companies they should be considered like a digital asset. Not that you own the IP or whatever, but just that, like, when you buy a released game, you should be able to play that released game forever. Like, they shouldn't just be able to, like, pull the plug on that. It's a weird limbo thing where it's like, oh yeah, but it's like, it's in a cloud, it's like a digital product, so like, knock it off. Because if things work the other way, it's not like suddenly I can just go, oh, I guess I need my tax money back then. I guess I'm just gonna take it back. As long as Nintendo stays physical and then switch to... Well, hold on, Chad. I have to disagree with you. Nintendo has already been... We do this, like, every kind of... It feels like every week, but, like... Nintendo is going digital. Even keycards, you're talking about keycards, those are digital games. You have to, like, connect to the internet, and what, you can only use them 5 times on 5 different... It can only be on 5 different accounts or whatever, so it's not like it could be sold indefinitely. And again, what makes you feel safe that in 10 years they don't shut down the Switch 2 marketplace and you have to buy the Switch 3 marketplace and they're not going to support anything that was on that key card? Or they just say in general the Switch 3 is not going to we're not doing key cards. There's no key port for it. What's up, Phylos? Yeah, playing Pokemons. By the way, I love these sprites on the menu. They're very cool. What's up, monkey? Oh, I haven't been doing that. I should have been doing that so long ago. I can't believe I forgot that. Okay, so we can go back up north, and I can make my way to Fuchsia. Because now that Shucky has leftovers, that is a great boon for the playthrough. Yeah, sorry about that, Chad. That's unfortunately YouTube. Try to avoid keycards, but at least it can be sold. However, because big and skews younger physical media means more the doing great. Good to catch you online again. Hope you're enjoying the playthrough. I am. I'm having a lot of fun. It's really cool. People have been recommending this for a long time. Okay. So now I'm Master Chief, of course. Alright. Now to make it to... Poisonous Ninja Master. You did get me. Bottom left, okay, thank you. I got bamboozled. I feel like starting in Fuchsia City would be kind of cool. And then they'll push us keycards in on done. Xbox lost me, but as far as my Switch and that stuff goes, if I can't buy the game physically, we don't have it. I totally agree with you. Listen, for all my talk about like, oh, it's so bullshit what they've done, I've been buying digital games on Switch too. My only solace is a little bit different from you guys who don't create content based on it. It's like, luckily for me, even if a video does really bad, usually it makes enough just to pay for the game. So it's like, all right, that's basically all I could say is like, well, I'm likely gonna play this game for my channel and it's gonna pay for itself. So it's like, yeah, I don't own it, but also, you know, if I was still like doing this just for me, cool, Pikachu, you fucking suck. Oh my god. Psychic? There we go. As long as Fallout 5 is good, Xbox will be back, I believe. That's putting a lot of faith in Bethesda, who might, I remind the masses, hasn't fixed their own games since they broke VATS almost 18 months ago. I've never believed in Bethesda after Oblivion. It's Obsidian, yeah. So Eon makes a good point. Remember, Fallout 5, or whatever Fallout project is being made, because we don't know if there was like a Fallout 5 already in production, but knowing Todd and Bethesda, probably not meaningful production. Please watch my Todd Howard video for how Todd likes to run his business. Okay, so now we have Toxic. So now our Shucky is awesome. Or my aw shucks. I'll get rid of... What do we get rid of? Constrict or Wrap? I feel like I want to keep Withdraw still. I've never believed in Bethesda after Oblivion. I'm hoping the New Vegas remaster gives them experience to do 5. Well, that's the thing. I think Bethesda did both the Fallout 3 and New Vegas remaster. Because remember, that was leaked like 5 years ago. Like that it was in production. And I guess it was supposed to release in 2024, but then COVID happened and stuff. Get rid of Constrict. So, I'm speculating, by the way. This is fun. We're having fun here. We're just doing some responsible speculating. I think the Fallout remasters were either done by the same studio who did the Oblivion remaster, or it was done in-house at Bethesda. Look, I gotta be honest. If it was done by the studio that did Oblivion, I'm gonna be happy. I liked the Oblivion remaster. I don't even remember the difference between Constrict and I don't either. That's why I'm like, I need help. I bought an Xbox Series X, considered the recent Microsoft acquisition of Bethesda for the Elder Scrolls 6, just to see. It's been almost 7 years and no new info about the game yet. Yeah, well, Phylos, only one more time I'll do this. I won't do this all day, but you can watch my video on Todd Howard where that's because they had nothing but a trailer 7 years ago. That's all they had 7 years ago. That's it. There was no pre-production. There was nothing behind the scenes. No, that is all they had was a trailer. And they didn't start full production. They did not start full production of Elder Scrolls 7 or 6 rather until after Starfield released. Why? Because they work on one project at a time. And they only do pre-alpha production before that. So what was done on Elder Scrolls 6 before that? Nothing. This isn't some masterful game that's been in the oven for 16 years. No. Keep rap. Constrictor's weaker. Thank you, Lilith. Appreciate you. Pokemon League. Oh, okay. So, Wes, at this point, is the level bumped? I didn't know that. That's incredibly lazy, and the worst part is the Elder Scrolls 6's most anticipated sequel next to GTA 6, yeah. Phylos, I couldn't agree with you more. No one forgets Skyrim, Morrowind, or Oblivion. Yeah, but like, you kind of missed like a whole generation. I'm super excited for PlayStation Ranger. I don't know if anyone else is gonna get up and believe they're supposed to be good. Never heard of it. They just play them endlessly. Okay, so we have one badge. I think it might be kind of cool to go to the Safari Zone and see what we can catch. We're at a point that BGS needs to be old Dillard or Todd needs to be replaced. So, Chad, that's what I called for. I didn't call for him getting fired because I don't feel comfortable being like, fire this person. I think he just needs to be a spokesperson because that's basically just all he does now. He's just like, I'm the guy who speaks for Bethesda. He also feels like very big sentimental attachment to the series because he's the one that procured Fallout, by the way. Not with his money, but apparently he's the one that went to Bethesda or ZeniMax, and he was like, hey, Fallout might be available. Oh, it plays the National Park music. It was his idea to get Fallout for Bethesda. So Todd feels like I don't think he thinks he owns it, but he feels like I did this. I built this. I built Bethesda era Fallout. Oh, just me with my own equipment. Okay, so these levels are gonna be punishing. Safari Zone's back, yep. I just wrote that in my notes. I'm like, gotta note that. Come on now, you can't be capitalist then be calling for someone's termination when they start providing subpar services. Hold on, it's just that I feel like you bring upon bad karma on yourself if you're like, somebody should lose their job. It's like, maybe my channel gets shut down for, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not gonna breathe that into existence. You know, I know, okay, Sephora's kicking my ass. I know Sephora sucks, but I've never used one. Maybe I never will if it won't get in the ball. I'm wasting my entire ball economy on this damn Sunflora. It knows Razor Leaf, though. Alright. I might have to come back. Johto starters in there somewhere? Wow. Oh, Snorlax, that's cool. I love that they put, like, the non-generic sprites. That's so cool. An Onyx sprite? That's awesome. So are they saying Snorlax is in the Safari Zone too? Same with Sudowoodo? This is a great ROM hack, guys. I mean, that's fair, but you put more work into the stream than Todd's done since Starfield. At least that's what it looks like, not bad karma when you're just being logical. Yeah. That's the thing, too, is, like, when I made the Todd video, there was a lot of defenders that were like, well, Starfield was his passion project, and game development is hard. It's like, okay, I don't think either of those are untrue. But if what we got in Starfield is any indication of Todd's passion, I think he's spent. I think he's spent. I think Todd, I mean this. I think he's a good spokesperson. He's very good at manipulating and scheming. I'm sorry, but he did, like, if you, again, my video, I stitched all these interviews together where he's like a politician. He's a politician for Bethesda. See if the rods. I did try. The one house was locked. Oh, I meant to go get some Pokeballs. Unicorn Overlord is a passion project. You can feel every nano inch of that passion in it. Eon Kane, speaking of Unicorn Overlord, watch the video this Friday. I took out the old tutorial song. I only break the glass for the Unicorn Overlord song when I need it, and I needed it for this video. Come on, you guys excited for my Sword and Shield video? You guys ready? Since you guys are so cool and you're in the stream, I will kind of spoil. Like, you guys got to know, I have some negative opinions about that game. It's probably going to be my most negative Pokemon video. I will say, I did something strategic, though. I did put a lot of praise up front for the things I liked. So I start with positivity, then I think I roll into negativity. But I'm not gonna censor myself for, like, at the end of the day, if some subscribers think that I am just going to think everything's amazing and, like, everything Pokemon's ever done is amazing and perfect, that's not who I am. That's not what kind of channel I want. So, you know, it is what it is. Are there updated move sets? Because like in Gen 1 and 2, when you evolve something, a lot of the times it won't learn much after you like use this. Sorry, not when you evolve something, but usually the stone evolutions and trade evolutions, they like suddenly won't learn anything. So if I evolve Pikachu into Raichu, will it still learn like Thunderbolt? Like has that been updated? I wasn't ready for Sword and Shield in the first place. Go south. Check. Got Sword and Shield so hard after this next gen came out, I forgot. Well, start with positivity on what my wife Ruby interrupted you with my Sword and Shield video. It's kind of crazy how Arceus was better time than Scarlet and Violet. Yeah. Live It and Need a Banger OST track. The ever reliable Fard Maldialvo. Dude, it's not a big deal if people don't like it. It's your opinion. Yeah. Phyllis, I agree with you. I guess it's just like, you know, sometimes you don't want to disappoint people. Because here's what I thought about. And usually this argument doesn't work with me because like there's whatever your opinion is your opinion, and like that's okay. I follow plenty of YouTubers where like I disagree with them regularly on their takes on games. It's okay. I don't like unsub because of it, but there are people like that. And I know it might be easy to be like, oh, Pokemon fans. Like if an IP is big enough, there's fans like that. I found that out with the Todd Howard video. People want to give Pokemon fans grief. Todd Howard defenders are more rabid than Pokemon defenders. I that's my opinion. Anyway, but I guess what I'm trying to be mindful of is like Sword and Shield might be somebody's first introduction to Pokemon, and therefore a lot of the things that like I wanted or I don't like about it, to them it's like they're super nostalgic for it. It takes them back to a different time. Like in all of my videos I talk about where I was in life and like what I thought of these games when they came out, what they meant to me when they came out, right? We all I think have that with not just Pokemon, any games, right? So I'm not saying that changed anything, but I remember going into this video when I was writing the script, I was like, you know, I thought about that. I'm like, man, there's probably gonna be people who like me but are going to be really disappointed that I didn't like these games at all. But I came to the conclusion, it's like, okay, but like that is there. I can't do anything about that because I will never compromise with like censoring myself or like lying just to appease somebody. So it's like, and at the end of the day, if you want to have a healthy subscriber base, you have to have people that are like align with how you think. Whether it be overabundance of positivity, like there's channels that they will never say a cross thing about Pokemon ever. And they're huge channels, been around a long time. There's people who only focus on drama, right? I don't really think of it like that. I think what I try to cultivate is being objective. Or not being objective, but being like open to discussion and different opinions. And just because I have an opinion about something doesn't mean it's even right? It can be just a feel or just like what you're into. Like for example, I say how I don't really criticize like the dens in what the hell is this place? It's like a biker bar. I don't really criticize the raid dens because they're like whatever and they're non-intrusive, but I say that it starts to scare me because usually in the Pokemon games before that, like, you know, there was Festival Plaza in Gen 7. You have to go into your menu and it transports you to a separate place. It's away from the game itself, right? Well, in Sword and Shield, when you're in the wild area, the dens are right there, and when you click on them, even if you play solo, you could tell it was built for like multiplayer, right? And it's honestly fine in Sword and Shield. Like, it's not intrusive, right? But it makes you start thinking like, okay, but design thought process had to go into making this multiplayer thing a part of this world. And at me being an old grumpy man who likes to play by himself when he plays Pokemon, that could be like, oh man, so how much more focus as we go on will be dedicated towards multiplayer features and not so much thought will go into single player features. They have incredible engagement and views, but man, that's just desperate. You know, I've seen a lot of grifter YouTube channels just uploading 3 videos a day talking shit about the gaming industry, just like a Nintendine or Omni, or I don't know who they are. Philos, you're very correct. So here's the thing, Philos, though, is like, I'm not jealous of what content they make, but I'm jealous that like they can just ramble off something, 3 videos a day, like you said. They can get hundreds of thousands of views. I'm jealous of like what they get out of it, but I'm not jealous of what kind of content they make. And it can be frustrating when like I'm sitting here, I've got 3 monitors right now. I'm writing notes, I'm talking to you guys, I'm getting gameplay footage, I gotta make sure that's right. And then it takes like a week or 2 to make a video, and like I'm wearing all the caps, right? I have to learn to be an editor, I have to script right, I have to do my voice over. Only to, sometimes a video gets 4,000 views. It's like, damn, dude. Here's the thing though. Over the long period, I feel like my videos have done good for the size of my channel. Nobody's going to watch those drama videos after a day or 2. So it's like those guys who make content like that, they have to keep going and they can't stop. I used to think when I would see some of those channels, because there's so many, right? There's so many. I would be like, how do I was like, why? They upload so much, but it's like it never stops. And I thought about it. I'm like, well, it's because if it stops, like, so does the money. Whereas me, if like, if a video might pop like a year later for me, and then boom, revenue goes up a little bit, and it's like, okay, I can like breathe a little bit, and I can take a little bit of a break, and like I can go outside and enjoy the sun for a second, So I like the genre I'm in. All right, let's see, man. I think the dumbest part of Gen 8 was the certain Gigantamax forums are locked rather than being available to the average player, from what I remember. The Gigantamax thing, I don't remember, because remember, I like when I replay it, I had both DLCs available to me, so I don't remember if like you can see Gigantamax forms, but you can't get them unless you had the DLC. I don't remember that. The thing I do complain, I talk about it for like 2 seconds, but I think it's so dumb because they've already made this mistake before, that the Galarian starters didn't have Gigantamax forms in the base game, and they did when Isle of Armor came out, which is the same mistake that they did with Gen 6 with the Mega Evolutions for the Kalos starters. Like, why would you not? It's just so stupid. And they did it again. Why? And it's funny because they just plop in the Kanto starters, make Gigantamax forms for them. And if I understand that Leon, I actually didn't talk about this at all in the video, but I should have. Instead of giving Leon Handar, nice. Whoa. Oh, okay. I guess I died. Instead of giving Leon a Charizard, how about Leon gets the 3rd starter that neither you or Hop chose? And then, because you, in my world, you have the Galarian starters, they do have their, the Galarian starters do have their Gigantamax form in the base game. This is in my perfect world. Then Leon can still be badass, he could still be the champion, and he could still Gigantamax his Pokemon. I'm making too much sense, sorry. Houndour, that's clearly a Gen 3 Pokemon. Gotta sell Kanto to Kanto fans somehow, yeah. At least Alola starters got their own Z moves. I didn't remember that, but great point. To your point, Liv, your content overall is what I understand Evergreen to be they are suitable to watch at any time frame creation to many years from now. Thank you. And that's, I agree with you, and trust me, that is very liberating. I don't have to focus on negativity and make a bunch of drama videos, and sometimes your videos will pop or they do well and they just keep doing well over a long period of time. It's a great feeling, both on a metrics level and on a human level, right? But on a metrics level, it's like the work you did a year ago that you worked really hard on that maybe at the time didn't really pay off, pays off. And it's like, you know, I'm referring to my Mercenaries video. That video had like 4,000 views, and now it's at like 46 or something. And it just randomly happened like a few weeks ago. That's such a great feeling. Because, you know, when you work really hard on something, it's like, what I've never done when I made a video is be like, you know what, just cut some corners here, because I already assume this video is not going to do well. Has it crept into my brain? Sure. In moments of weakness, I go, oh, do I really want to write this whole thing? Because I know it's going to take a long time in the video. I've never, like, waved a white flag on that. I'm like, no, you know what, dude? Just make it exactly how you want to make it. You just have to have faith that in the future it might pay off. I'm not sure your Final Fantasy videos have been doing, but I've enjoyed them, especially as someone who wouldn't have the time to play them anytime soon. I feel you do a good job storytelling. Thank you. They have not done well at all, but I'm also, it might be my fault. So, I mean, there's numerous reasons. I don't always want to put it on the algorithm. It could just be my fault. But one of the reasons I think they don't do too well is because I think if you don't already have a large channel that focuses on that topic, specifically the older Final Fantasies, not to say there aren't online fans who love the first 5, but my anecdotal evidence is like, it's just not as, like, you know, it's not the same as talking about Gen 1 Pokemon. So I think and I'm playing the Pixel remasters, which playing remasters is a weird thing, in my opinion, because you're kind of not capturing the full nostalgia for people, but also there's not a built-in audience usually for remasters. So you're kind of missing both groups, which is why I've tried to like go back and like play originals when I can, when possible. Sometimes I want to play the remaster because I just want to enjoy the game that way, and 2, the footage might just look a lot better. Like I played the original Halo 1 for a recent video, but I played on emulator. But I'm happy I did because I was able to use widescreen, which looks great for a YouTube video. And it was very stable, and I liked it. And nobody really cared. It might also have to do with the fact that earlier Final Fantasy games might have not the same dedicated audience as those in 6 and 7 and some other. That's what I think it is. And Final Fantasy fans who have kind of found me through those videos, they've kind of told me the same thing. They're like, even though we love the first Final Fantasies, they're not the popular ones on the internet. And I'm like, oh. It depends on the remaster offers. There are unnecessary ones like The Last of Us, yeah. Final Fantasy 2 and 3 are black sheep for a reason. Fair. Time for Chrono Trigger. I want to play Chrono Trigger, for sure. Like, I think Dragon Quest has the same issues of the earlier games getting faithful remasters, but they remade 8, then it'd sell like hotcakes compared to 1, 2, and 3. Great point. That's another thing. I want to play older RPGs like that. Like, I want to play the Final Fantasies. I want to play the Dragon Quests really bad. But based on my experience with Final Fantasy, I don't even know where to begin with Dragon Quest if I want to set myself up for success. I'm one of the only people I know that quite likes Final Fantasy 2. I definitely understand the issues people have, though. That's what I came to in my video. I actually liked Final Fantasy 2, but there's some quirkiness with the leveling for sure. I'm excited about your Sword and Shield and Scarlet Violet videos when you get them, because your opinions on Gen 1 and 2 are remarkably similar, but I took essentially a 25-year break from Pokemon. Our opinions on Gen 1 and 2 are... Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it depends. I don't know. I feel like I lay out why I don't like Sword and Shield. So at least even if you like it, you will... I think it's not just a hater because other people hated it or something. It's like I removed myself from the kind of the like when I do Scarlet and Violet. What's going to be different about my video is I plan on playing on Switch 2 with the graphical update. I'm going to note how when the game first came out, it had graphical issues, like the performance was bad. But I'm going to say like, okay, but I'm putting that aside. We're how is this game on Switch 2 with all the DLC removed from when it came out? All mainline Switch games are kind of stinky. As far as Pokemon, so far, I agree. I haven't played Let's Go Eevee or Pikachu yet, ever. And Scarlet and Violet, when I played, I didn't love it, but there's one thing off the top I remember liking about Scarlet and Violet, which is something similar that Sword and Shield has, is I don't necessarily hate the kind of go anywhere, do anything you want thing. Because look at what we're playing right now. Crystal Clear, you can do that. You can go wherever you want. So I don't hate that. Let's Go, probably the most consistent Switch mainline game, but that's also because they played it safe, to be honest. Yeah, they played it safe, and it's Gen 1. Really hard to mess up Gen 1. Sword and Shield was mediocre, and only the DLC, which should have been there for the... Yeah, so Phylos, I make that point in the video. So I know I'm kind of spoiling it, but please watch the full video and help me in the algorithm, guys. Even though I'm just spoiling it for you. In the video, I talk about how, I kind of defend DLC, and let me explain. Had Sword and Shield been a full, not bare bones experience, I would have welcomed DLC. And here's my example. And I know it's not perfectly relatable because maybe not everybody's played Fallout or like Oblivion. But when those games back in 2005, 6, 7, 8 had come out, there was a full game there. You got to play a full game, and then DLC came out that added to it. By the time, late into DLC as a marketing thing, and 2019 or 2020 when it's releasing for Pokemon, DLC is now you're paying for the rest of the game. That's how it feels. Sword and Shield, to me, felt 2 years before it should have been released. So what I defend about the DLC is that I like Isle of Armor's okay. Crown Treasure's cool. I'm fine with them, but I wish the base game would have been better, right? And I felt like it should have had more to it. Had it been like that, I would have welcomed DLC. And the point I make is, what would you rather have? Would you rather have a sequel entry with Ultra Sun and Moon that masquerades as a sequel, or like as a full fleshed out new experience to the Alola region, which it was not? Would you and you're paying full price? Would you rather have that for $40 or $50, or would you rather pay $15 for a DLC that tells you it's a DLC that adds to a fun base game? We're talking to hypotheticals here. I would rather that. I'd rather buy the DLC. Now, if Ultra Sun and Moon was like Black and White 2, okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. But if it's not, don't masquerade like you are. Nugget Bridge looking empty. They moved it. Back in my day, when you bought a game, you bought a whole game. Yeah, I would only if the DLC gets a physical release, like the later releases of Sword or Shield. Scarlet runs like a dream on Switch 2, but genuinely it makes the game look even worse. Really? That's funny. I keep wanting to train my other Pokemon, but they keep just giving me juicy targets for Spearow. I will say Ultra Sun and Moon, I love the ability to fight as the champion and face other challengers. Yes, but that's... You can... There's certain things that people say, and I'm not trying to straw man what you just said. you're saying you like a certain aspect about Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. But when I hear it, to me, it's like almost like a defense that it exists. What I'm saying is like, could what you just said you liked, or how about this, the Ultra Wormhole? Because that's, to me, that's like one of the few things that adds to Ultra Sun and Moon. Wouldn't you have? It should have been DLC though, right? It should have been called the Ultra, you know, the Eclipse DLC or something, the Ultra Wormhole DLC. It should have been DLC, and they could have done DLC on the 3DS era. They could have, and I would have rathered DLC than Ultra Sun and Moon. This conversation here is exactly why our opinions will diverge. I went from Silver and Gold to Scarlet, then over the last several months have collected all the Pokemon games for the Switch. So you're saying you like the Switch era? Winds and Waves feels like the last chance for Game Freak to maintain goodwill with hardcore fans, to be honest. Like, it's gonna be a complete experience that runs and looks well. Don't get me wrong, it'll sell regardless. Yes, it's going to sell regardless because it says Pokemon. I've long said, like, you could have Pokemon Poop version. It's gonna sell like crazy as long as it's an official game. But I kind of feel the same as you. It's like there's not an excuse really anymore, right? I mean, they've had longer than usual to work on it. I'm optimistic, but I'm not, people are like, are you excited after watching the trailer? It's like, well, I'm not going to be excited because I don't think they deserve like me to be super excited, but I'm also not being like, I bet it's going to suck. It's like, I'm okay. They've heard a lot of criticisms. I think Pal World kind of scares them. I remember right after Power World had like a crazy explosion of popularity. I remember like Game Freak. Remember that? I forget how they announced it, but they made some kind of post where they were like, "We understand your frustration with Scarlet and Violet. We're gonna like not, and I mean, there was like some kind of statement where they're basically like, we've heard you. You know what I mean? Now, do a lot of companies claim that? Sure, EA says that every time they release a shitty sports game, and they never intend. It's just part of the PR cycle. It's like, yeah, they're complaining about the game. Put out a thing that says we're gonna like really listen to them, and we're gonna change it next year. Shut up. Could it be like that? Sure. Will it? I don't know. I think Game Freak still has more. Oh, I can drop down. Wow. I think Game Freak has more good faith than companies like that for right now. Power World definitely scared them, even if I don't love that game. I don't really like Power World either. I don't hate it, but it's not really my thing. But I missed all of what considered the heyday of Pokemon, so I haven't seen the regressions that I see a lot of folks mention. Chad, I think I understand what you're saying. To you, you're seeing a leap from Gen 2 to the Switch era, which is like, wow, okay. I get that. I think for people who were there and kind of saw where heights it came to, like, Chad, here, I believe, this is my opinion, that the pinnacle of the series is Gen 5. That might be controversial for some. That's what I think. To me, I've watched it decline from there. So I watched it get to this like awesome point, and then in my eyes, it's kind of been declining. Amusingly, I play Power World at this moment. Nice. My nephew loves Power World. He's probably upstairs playing it right now. It's just tiring that the biggest IP on the planet, yet they keep playing it off as there's some indie company. Yeah. I said that. I literally say in the video, I go, I'm going to use the old, tired, boring analogy, or a comparison rather. Breath of the Wild that existed, and it was a Wii U game originally. And the wild area that Game Freak gave themselves to work with is so pathetically small in comparison, yet they get it so wrong. Don't give me this crap about, oh, the devs are overworked. It's like, I make a point in the video that a couple things on that. First of all, you don't know that. Everybody, there's like a blank check people write themselves whenever something they like is criticized in video games. They immediately just say, well, the devs were overworked. It's like, how do you know? How do you know that everybody had plenty of time and this is just the product that they wanted to release? How do you know that? Secondly, even if it was the case, I didn't make the game. I'm not playing the hypothetical version of the game. I'm playing the game. So Like, I'm allowed to say if this is bad or that is bad. Adding outside context to it doesn't make the game better. Oh yeah, but like, you don't understand. They only had blah blah blah. It's like, I understand that could be part of the conversation, but that doesn't change the quality of the game. So it's like, it's okay if I talk about New Vegas to be like, you know, Obsidian was on a tight schedule. That's okay to bring up. It adds flavor to the story of talking about the game. But that doesn't mean that like, it's even better now because it had a tight schedule. Or say a game, you thought a game was really bad and somebody's like, oh, but Livid, you're not considering that it had a tight schedule. It's like, okay. So anyway, the game is bad. Sorry, the ants will sometimes get into the house. And I had to spray ant spray. Agree, I love how Gen 5 even connected to the 3DS. Amusingly, Gen 5 is probably the objective best. Though I think Gen 3 has the least flaws. Gen 2 is my favorite though. I love Gen 3 as well. I'm like a newcomer to Gen 3, and I really like Gen 3. 5 was the peak because you could tell they were learning and applying solutions to stuff they learned. Then things got set back once they went to 3D. Yeah, for Diamond and Pearl, I'm like not too huge on Diamond and Pearl, although I like Platinum a lot. The ratio of staff of Pokemon games versus the scope, or like only 200 people work, and we're talking about other studios that have 1,000 plus workers on AAA games. So, Phyllis, that's what I said in the video. I said, okay, don't come at me with this like indie game thing, and I talk about how they're the largest IP in the world. They make almost double what Disney's budget is, and guys, Disney has entire studios that make crazy movies with thousands of employees. Don't point at me and criticize me. Point at Game Freak. How about you invest in your own game? How about you hire more people? Like, there's a, like, I know that we know the reasons. The reasons is that would cost more money and it would, you know, affects the bottom line. That's the reason. But the thing is, and I get really candid at the end of the video that I believe that Game Freak lied about everything that happened with Sword and Shield. And I don't appreciate the lying part. Like, I want to get the record straight. What I say is basically that Game Freak wanted to, you know, they wanted to have their cake and eat it too, where they know they have a good reputation compared to a lot of other companies. But I'm saying by 2019. So where a lot of anger came from was, you know, maybe people weren't too happy about Gen 6 and 7, but like it didn't get too visceral until Dexit. Then people really got wild, right? And I feel that they lied. That's my opinion, and I back it up in the video. I believe, and I have my links and I have my quotes on what they said versus what happened. So it's like, I know why they're saying things, but it's just like, lied about what? They lied about the remodeling all the textures, or remodeling all of the assets from scratch going into Switch, when that's not what they did. Totally, my man, not criticizing you. I'm just factually adding to your argument. No, I didn't say you were. I know we're on the same side. I'm arguing with the hypothetical other side that's not here in the room with us. Beast of Reincarnation looks good. It's a Game Freak game that's coming out in August. We'll see. By the way, you said totally, man, not criticizing you. You are allowed to disagree with me. I don't think Chad has agreed with a lot of what I said. The only thing I don't really like have patience for is don't call me like a hater. Don't like don't straw man me or what I say. It's like because to me that's like an extremely lazy way to argue with somebody or like debate with somebody is just to like, oh, I'll just say they're a hater or they're a such and such phobe, and then I don't have to argue the point. I'd die for a new mystery dungeon or conquest. I'd love a new conquest game, dude. Conquest with Switch 2 graphics. Huh. Huh. I'll see you need to play platinum. Quite like that, but I'm like 5 other games already. Yeah, Lilith, I know what you mean. It's a good problem to have, but whenever people are like, Livid, you should play this next, it's like, trust me, I want to, dude. Like, that's another thing too. If like I focus just on Pokemon, I could probably grow my channel a lot bigger and quicker. But there's so many games I want to play, so it's like I try to balance it. Like I'm always gonna love Pokemon, and I thought about this the other day. It's like I might not be happy with like Switch era Pokemon. It doesn't mean I'm not gonna play them and still give my analysis. And I still want to experience them, right? I mean, I'm pretty invested. But also, I thought about this because people love ROM hacks, and a lot of the ROM hacks focus on older generations. Not all of them, but some. Well, shit, they're all older. To me, older is Gen 1 and 2, but like now, Gen 3, 4, and 5 are older. But maybe that's the future for a person like me. The future is probably fan-made games, and maybe they should get a spotlight. The easiest to hack, yeah, it gets harder and harder to hack them as it goes forward. If I disagree, I'll be open about it. This channel is about die-hard Pokemon content, and we both know exactly what it felt to play Pokemon. Of course, of course. Well, the spin-offs you could get away with chibi designs or something stylized rather than realistic. I totally agree with you. I'd be fine if Conquest was the chibi style. I'd be totally happy with that. Have I played the Legacy hacks? No. This is the second hack I've ever played. The first one was Yume. Wow. Okay, so I like that we've got Aw Shucks doing this. Wow, wow. Ice Beam! Oh my god! That commentary is beautifully timed. You're excited for X and Y hack. You've been wanting to replay them. I like Mega Evolutions, so I'd play an X and Y hack. I hope they find a way to put all the like ORAS megas into that too. Should work, right? It does work like that, right? Geez, Ice Beam screws over, because even if you get a grass type, they could take it out with Ice Beam. So let's look at our team. We've got Spiro, Shucky's our wall. We need like a water type. You know what? Let's evolve Pikachu. The only thing I need an answer on is, does Crystal Clear change the movesets at all? Because I can look up Raichu right now and see what it learns in Gen 2. Okay, so in Crystal, yeah, it's not going to learn anything else unless the movesets were updated. When does Pikachu learn Thunderbolts? Because once Pikachu learns Thunderbolt, I'm fine evolving it. Gen 2, Crystal. Pikachu learns Thunderbolt at level 26. It's quite a ways away. Pokemon for me is a Rocks and Shell game. It gives me things I can grind if I want shinies, and then there's a standalone story gym quest I share with my son. I hear you, man. Okay, so I'm trying to think. I'd have to go all the way to Goldenrod to do the move relearner. Goldenrod for the move relearner, because Raichu won't learn Thunderbolt by level up, which is in line with how the games worked back then. So I guess I'm trying to figure out... Really, I kind of want to assemble more of my team. There's another location for that too. Well, there's... Where, in Kanto? Ooh, is the light ball in Gen 2? Yes, it is in Gen 2. I don't know how to get it, though, in Crystal Clear. Thank you, Lil. Appreciate you.
Goldenrod, Blackthorn, Lavender Town, Fuchsia City, all the consolidated helpful NPCs. What, are they like in the Pokemon Center or something? Or are they spread out through the towns? Is that like a shiny Machop? Why is his color weird? The name writer and repeater. Okay. Thank you. Will they live in a weird parallel dimension building now? I think I have the documentation. I was just too lazy to pull it up. So I'm gonna get a Thunderstone. Also, Fuchsia has the Safari Zone, and I still might want to get a Sunflora. I've never used a Sunflora before, so that's kind of my theme whenever I replay the older games or ROM hacks based on the older games. Is like, have you ever used it before? Try it out, you know? Whoa. Oh, wow. You know, I might buy a second dig and teach it to Aw Shucks. Why? Because it kind of works well with poison. You know, it's just another turn that they're not hitting you. Now do I get rid of Rock Smash? Withdraw? Probably withdraw. Let's get a Thunderstone. Come on. Yes. All right, guys, I'm getting a little bit tired, so I think I'm gonna sign off today. And I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys have a good day. See you later.